Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode of Elify Crypto. In this episode, we're going to talk about Alchemist, how does it actually work and how you can benefit from it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you like this video, give it a thumb up. So, what is Alchemist exactly? Well, Alchemist is a DeFi protocol that allows you to earn interest on deposits and borrow assets. There are many like this already, such as Aave, Compound, Cream, and many others. So let's say you made your first Ethereum and you want to earn interest on it. So you decide to deposit on a DeFi platform that allows you to earn interest on your Ethereum and also borrow on it by using it as a collateral. So once you deposit it, you can borrow on it and you can do whatever you want with what you borrow. You usually can borrow up to 50%, and once you've done what you wanted to do with it, you can repay your loan and get your initial deposit back with extra interest earned on a while it was in the vault. So this is very nice, but there is one risk associated with this. That is, if the value of Ethereum dropped by a lot, say more than 50%, then the value of your deposit is lower than the loan that you got, and therefore it will be liquidated by the DeFi protocol. So this means that you will lose your initial deposit and you won't be able to get it back. So Alchemix works pretty much the same way, except that, at least for now, although we'll build some change, you can only deposit DAI. So, for example, you can deposit 1,000 DAI and you will be able to earn interest on it and also borrow. So you can borrow up to 50% out of your 1,000 DAI. And the thing is that instead of giving you 500 DAI, it will only give you 500 ALUSD, which is a synthetic asset that is equal to 1 DAI. And the thing is, there is no risk of getting liquidated and there is no need to repay a loan. That's it. You can just use what you borrow and then you will get your initial deposit back like magic. But how is it possible? Well, actually, Alchemix deposits your money on Year Finance, where it is put to work and earn interest thanks to Year strategies. And then it uses the yield from the Year Vault to repay your loan automatically. After a while, you are able to get your DAI back and keep whatever you borrow with no need to repay. You can also do so manually if you wish to. You can repay your loan either in ALUSD or in DAI. Now you may be asking yourself, what can I do exactly with ALUSD? Is it worth anything? If you think about it, you deposit 1,000 DAI and you are getting 500 ALUSD, and supposedly your whole deposit is now in a year vault to earn yields. So where do this 500 ALUSD come from? Is it made out of thin air? If it's a synthetic asset, how it is worth anything? It is indeed minted out of thin air by the Alchemist contract, but here is how it has some value and how it can be used. So first of all, you can easily exchange those 500 ALUSD you just received by going to a decentralized exchange such as Sushi or CRB.2 and use the liquidity providers there that will exchange your ALUSD for DAI and Ethereum. Now, you may be wondering, why would any liquidity provider risk losing their precious DAI and Ethereum for ALUSD? Well, as you may know, when you provide liquidity, you get a percentage every time there is an exchange. So every time the user exchanges ALUSD for DAI or DAI for ALUSD, you get 0.3% of that. And then every time you provide liquidity, you get a liquidity token in exchange, which represents your proportion of liquidity provided. Alchemix then allows you to deposit this liquidity token inside the Alchemix farm, which rewards you with Alchemix token. But what if you don't trust those liquidity providers to provide enough liquidity so that you can exchange your ALUSD? Well, there is something called the transmuter. And what it does is actually that you can deposit your all USD in the transmuter, and in exchange you will get your DAI with time. Well, remember the year vault where your DAI were deposited by Alchemix? Well, some of the interests that are yielded by the vault are deposited in the transmuter. So day by day you will get some DAI for your ALUSD until all your ALUSD have been converted into DAI. Another thing that the year vault does is send 10% of interest to the treasury. What does the treasury do? Well, it allows the DAO to use funds for developer pay, infrastructure costs, developer grants, and community discretion. But the DAO is led by a governance that is allowed to vote on what goes on with the treasury, the year vault, and the Alchemix farms. So let's recap. First, the user is able to deposit 1,000 DAI in the Alchemix vault. Then they can borrow up to 500 ALUSD. Then Alchemist deposits the DAI in your vault, which repays the loan day by day. The user can also repay the loan manually if they want or wait for the loan to be repaid. Once the user has their 500 ALUSD, they can exchange them for Ethereum or DAI using an exchange such as Sushi or CRV.2. Why would the liquidity provider help with liquidity here? Well, first, they get their £3% every time someone exchanges ALUSD for DAI or Ethereum or vice versa. Then they also get liquidity tokens for providing liquidity that they can farm in Alchemix in order to get ALCX rewards. Those rewards can be used in the governance as the DAO in order to vote on what's going on in the year vault, the treasury, and the Alchemix farm. And if the user does not want to exchange the ALUSD in a DEX such as Sushi, they can also use the transmuter. So they deposit their ALUSD in the transmuter. We receive some of the yield from the year vault, and it uses this to provide DAI to the depositor day by day until they get the whole DAI amount that they had in ALUSD, and this is for Alchemix. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give a thumb up and subscribe to the channel. I've also added a link to my Gitcoin and Ethereum address in the description so you can support me to help me make more videos like this.